The narration every year, millions of engines die a slow, agonizing death from overheating. And no, it's not usually bad luck or high mileage. It's usually a simple, avoidable coolant mistake that the driver didn't even know they were making. Your temperature gauge might look perfectly normal one day, and the next, boom, your head gasket is warped, your radiator is cracked, and you're staring at a $3,000 repair bill while waiting for a tow truck on a Tuesday afternoon. Today, I'm exposing 13 deadly coolant habits that are silently eating your engine from the inside out. Even if you drive a brand new car, you aren't safe. And stick around until the end, because I'm revealing a coolant myth that's been fooling car owners and even some veteran mechanics for decades. First, the sludge fest. This is the #1 engine killer in North America. People think coolant is coolant, so they top off their orange Dex Cool with some green stuff they found in the garage. Don't do it. When you mix different chemical formulas, they trigger a massive reaction. The liquid literally turns into a thick brown sludge that looks like chocolate pudding. That sludge clogs your radiator, your heater core, and your thermostat instantly. Once that gunk is in there, a simple drain won't fix it. Stick to your car's OEM spec. If you ever switch types, you must perform a 100% pressurized flush first. Then there's the tap water trap. Using tap water is a budget move that ends up costing you thousands. Tap water is loaded with minerals like calcium and magnesium. Under the extreme heat of your engine, these minerals create scale or plaque inside your engine's arteries. This buildup narrows the flow and acts as a thermal insulator, trapping heat inside the metal instead of letting the coolant carry it away. You're literally giving your engine a heart attack. Only use a 50-50 mix with distilled water. It's $1 a gallon. Don't let a $1 savings kill a $3,000 engine. Next is the settling effect. Most DIYers do a coolant flush, fill the reservoir, and call it a day. That is a massive mistake. As you drive, the water pump pushes trapped air pockets out of the block and up to the radiator. This causes your coolant level to drop significantly after the first few heat cycles. If you don't recheck it, you're driving around with a system that is only 75% full and an engine that is half protected. Recheck the level after your first drive and again at the 24-hour mark. And please don't forget to burp the air. If you ever hear a gurgling or splashing sound behind your dashboard when you accelerate, you have air trapped in your heater core. These air bubbles are like embolisms in your car's bloodstream. They prevent the coolant from circulating properly, creating thermal hotspots that can warp a head gasket in minutes. Use the bleeder screw on the thermostat housing or a spill-proof funnel to burp all the air out of the system until the bubbles stop. Also, don't fall for the universal coolant lie. Marketing departments love that word, but your engine's aluminum parts don't. Many modern engines require silicate-free or phosphate-free formulas to prevent corrosion on delicate surfaces. Using a generic all-makes coolant can slash the life of your water pump seals by 60%. If the bottle doesn't explicitly list your car's manufacturer on the back, leave it on the shelf. Remember, coolant is not a forever fluid. Over 3 to 5 years, the corrosion inhibitors in the liquid break down and the fluid turns acidic. Once it becomes acidic, it starts eating through your rubber hoses, plastic connectors, and metal gaskets from the inside out. It's like having battery acid circulating through your engine. If you bought a used car and the coolant looks like mud, assume it's overdue. Flush it now. Watch out for overfilling the reservoir. More isn't better. Coolant needs room for thermal expansion. When that liquid hits 200 degrees, it expands. If you fill the reservoir to the very top, the pressure will either blow the cap off or create vacuum leaks when the engine cools down. Always stay between the min and max cold fill lines. No more, no less. And stop ignoring that $10 radiator cap. It's actually a high-precision pressure regulator. It keeps the system under pressure to raise the boiling point of the water. If the internal spring weakens or the rubber seal cracks, your coolant will boil at a much lower temperature. This means your engine could be boiling over even if your gauge says it's fine. Replace your cap every 5 years as a cheap insurance policy. Then there's the stop leak nightmare. Products that claim to fix leaks are essentially engine cholesterol. They might plug a tiny pinhole, but they will also coat the inside of your heater core and radiator tubes with a hardened gunk that can never be removed. Mechanics call this engine cancer. Find the leak and replace the part properly. Don't use a Band-Aid that kills the patient. Now about the stuck-closed thermostat. This is the gatekeeper of your engine's temperature. If it sticks closed, it traps fire-hot coolant inside the engine block, while the radiator stays stone cold. This leads to a spike in temperature that can melt an engine in under 2 minutes. Treat the thermostat as a wear item. Replace it every 60,000 miles using only high-quality or OEM brands like Gates or Stant. Never ignore the water pump scream. The water pump is the heart of the car, and it rarely fails without a warning. If you see small puddles of pink or green fluid under the front of your car, or hear a high-pitched whining noise that gets louder as you rev the engine, your pump is about to seize. Replace it immediately. On many cars, if the water pump seizes, it can snap your timing belt and destroy your entire engine in a split second. Also, don't skip the post-overheat flush. If your engine has ever boiled over, that coolant is chemically compromised. The extreme heat causes the anti-corrosive additives to drop out, leaving behind a burnt acidic liquid that will accelerate rust throughout your block. After you fix an overheat, you must do a full flush with distilled water to get the poison out. Finally, the biggest myth of all, that coolant is only for the summer. Antifreeze isn't just to keep your engine from cracking in the winter, it's to prevent electrolysis. Modern engines use a mix of different metals like aluminum and iron. Without the chemical protection of fresh coolant, a small electrical current flows through the liquid, literally eating pockmarks and holes into your aluminum heads while the car is parked in your driveway. Maintain that 50-50 mix 365 days a year. After you do a flush, here is the Pro ECU reset trick to get your cooling fans and thermostat back in sync. Turn the ignition to the ON position, lights on the dash, but don't start the engine. Press the gas pedal all the way to the floor and hold it for 15 seconds. Turn the ignition off, release the pedal, and wait exactly 60 seconds. Start the car and let it idle for 5 minutes without touching the gas or the AC. This forces the computer to relearn the new temperature curve. Most drivers don't respect their cooling system until they're stranded on the side of the highway in a cloud of steam. Don't be that guy. How often do you actually check your coolant reservoir? Drop your answer in the comments. If this saved you a $3,000 headache, hit that subscribe button and the bell. Knowledge is the only tool you can't buy at a dealership. See you in the next one.